actual class getting started now. And like I said in my announcement this morning, I'm going to keep today's class pretty brief. I put out a quick survey yesterday just because I was more curious about what kind of technology stuff you guys are using and what's working and what's not. But I got lots of responses from people in terms of just kind of general what's working and what's not. And the feedback that I got from quite a few people is that the videos that I put out on Mondays are probably more effective in terms of the teaching stuff than what I'm doing in the Zooms. And so I'm just going to tell you guys a couple of important things that you should know about what's going on with school, and then just kind of open it up to questions. I do want to say real quick, Natalia, I see your hand, so I'll get to you in just a second. That I did go into Aries this week, and I did make some updates in Aries where I marked some things as grading completed. So you may see that you have missing assignments in Aries now if you didn't turn those things in. So it may have changed your grade in Aries. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. And that's partly just, my Math 2 classes, you guys are doing a good job. A lot of you guys are really staying, staying involved with class and really participating and that kind of thing. And I appreciate that. But some of my Math 3 classes are not doing so well. And so I thought if I started holding them more accountable for things that they might start doing more work, and they have. So that's why I started doing that. It is important for you to know that your grade at the third quarter, that grade cannot go down. And anything that you do in here will help your grade go up. But if you're not doing at least one thing per week, your grade could go down, but your final grade will not be lower than the third quarter grade. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. And I have gotten a lot more work from some people now that I made that change in Aries too. So Natalia, I saw you had your hand up a minute ago. So if you have a question, you can ask that now. And anybody else that has questions about that, go ahead and ask now. All right. Questions? Go ahead, Ember.
I turned in a lot of the package that I got from last Tuesday, yesterday's, and I still haven't seen anything updated or anything. And since you're at home now, I guess, I don't know what's going on with that.
So I'm going to go by school later today, and I'll go pick that up later today. And I'll try to get that into Aries by this evening, so you'll have a better idea of if you have everything in there or not.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And we can just email about it if there's questions. Okay, Myri, I see you have your hand up. What can I do for you?
If we have missing assignments, can we still get credit for them if we turn them in now?
Yes, you can. You get full credit for turning it in late. So if you have something that's missing, you can still turn it in and get full credit for it. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good question. All right, so if nobody has anything else there, then I'll talk about just a couple other things real quick. We're almost at the end of school, so I don't know. Oh, Natalia's got her hand back up again. Natalia, what can I do for you? You have to unmute yourself.
Hi, I actually have to go pretty soon to go to work with my dad, if that's okay.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I have to leave pretty soon to go to work with my dad, if that's okay, if I leave early.
Yeah, no problem. The only other thing that is important for you guys to hear, if you want to stick around for another minute or two here, Natalia, is that next week we have class, and then after that it's finals week. We are not going to have a final, not a traditional final anyway. I may do a Kahoot during finals. So during finals week on that Wednesday at our 10:45 time slot, I will still have a last class, and I'll do a Kahoot that may have some math questions, but it may also just be some other questions too. And so so we really only have 2 more classes after this, and we'll get assignments next week. But there probably won't be any actual assignments the week of, that's normally finals week, that last week of school.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay, if you have
Thank
to
you.
take off, Natalia, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I just wanted to make sure you guys know that the school is setting up a time for people to come and either drop off stuff or pick stuff up. So if you have anything in lockers at school still, or if you ordered a yearbook, they're coordinating a day for you to come pick stuff up. That's also a day to drop stuff off. So quite a few of you guys had already dropped off the textbooks that I checked out to you at the beginning of the year, but some people hadn't yet. If those are in your lockers, that will get taken care of. You don't need to worry about it. But if they are at home, make sure you bring those textbooks and any other textbooks or library books that you have on that day. And I don't know that you've gotten the information about it yet, but just a quick heads up. I don't know if you guys want to write this down, but for seniors, they'll be turning stuff in next Thursday, May 28th. And for everybody else, it's the week after school gets out. And so for juniors, that's going to be Monday, June 8th. Sophomores, Tuesday, June 9th. And then freshmen is Wednesday, June 10th. And again, and they'll coordinate, they'll have different time slots, like, if your name is your last name ends with A through B or something like that, then you'll come at a certain time on that particular day. So they're kind of making plans for that right now. So other than that, I'm going to open this up for questions. If anybody has questions on the assignment from this week or from the notes from this week. And I will say that, because it's volume, I think the volume is actually, the formulas for volume are a little bit easier than the formulas are for the surface area. So if you haven't done it yet, I think you'll find it is just a little bit easier now, especially now that you've had the experience with the surface area stuff. But volume is basically just how much it takes to fill something up. So he talked about like the milk in a milk carton or something, but it could be like how much sand it takes to pour into a sand bucket or something. So it's how much that something gets filled up by. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Other than that, I'm just going to be answering questions. So does anybody have questions that you came across that you'd like me to talk about? And something funny happens on the 2 algebra review questions, not both of them, but on one of them, there's something that's kind of funny that happens. So if you have something funny that happens there, you may not be doing something wrong, but just be aware that you have to think about what that means when that funny thing happens. So, well, since nobody's raising their hand and nobody's unmuting themselves, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you guys. But before you go, please turn your video on. Please turn your microphone on and just say goodbye, because it's nice to get you guys before you go.
Bye.
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 Good to see ya.
See you later.
Bye, Miss Grassl.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.